Hey, it is your girl Mel B here with the Metox, the Personal Life Detox podcast. You better catch this vibe because we got some great stuff coming. Hey, it is your girl Mel B here with the Metox podcast, the Metox, the Personal Life Detox. Get with this transformation, this renovation for every part of your life, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Let us detox your personal life. It is your girl Mel B with the Metox, the Personal Life Detox podcast. This is a transformational renovation type of situation when it comes to you changing your life. Today, we are going to talk about why you have not gotten started yet. And we may be like, what have I gotten started in what area? What haven't you started? What are you procrastinating on? What is hindering you? As I was studying last week, I realized how big hindrances are. And when I was studying the Word of God, it literally told me that one of the biggest evils that the enemy sends at you is a hindrance. What you look back at behind, when we think about the word behind, we have to think about a hindrance can't be future. It has to be what is behind you. So what the devil does is brings things to you from your past, from behind you, to hinder you from getting to where you're supposed to go. And I was excited to realize as I started asking myself, what is hindering me? What is something that hinders me? What's keeping me from moving forward in the direction of where I'm supposed to go? I've heard so many times over and over again, like, you are going to be wealthy. You just have to keep going. And what God showed me was one of my biggest hindrances is starting and not finishing. How many of us start things, we get a good momentum on them, we start moving forward, and then all of a sudden you just completely stop? And I started praying and asking God, what is the reason that I keep starting and stopping and starting and stopping? The ideas are perfect. I have the provision. I have the financial situation. But for some reason, I just completely stop. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know people start things and we stop. But why do we stop? Is it your motivation? Is it your finances? What is it that really is hindering you? So I've been studying. I've been diving deep into getting to know myself. And that's why the Metox is so important. Being able to figure out what you need to get to your next level. And what I studied was I have a spirit of Moloch. And a lot of us have never heard of the spirit of Moloch. So we went from the hindering spirit to the spirit of Moloch. And the spirit of Moloch is an abortive spirit. It's a spirit that makes you quit prematurely, that allows you to start something, but you abort it before it's supposed to be birthed. I realized that I have this spirit all over me, so I've been praying specifically in detail on trying to figure out what I need to do to be the best version of me in 2023. I don't want to keep looking back. I don't want to allow the hindrances, the things that are behind me, to hinder me from getting to where I need to be. Because one thing I know about myself is, and I need for you to tell yourself, that everything attached to you wins. And some people may call that conceited, but I say you know what you want. You know who you are. You know where you're going. And when you set a destination in your GPS, then you place that address in there and you have an end point. For myself, I'm realizing that I have to work harder in understanding where my hindrances are. We fail to admit a lot of things. There's no way that I can go to a counselor and tell a counselor that I'm overeating when I'm an alcoholic, because the counselor is only going to meet me at the point of me overeating and not the alcoholism. In order for you to get to where you need to be, you got to be honest with yourself. And I was honest with myself and saying, hey, I bought a lot of stuff. I quit in the middle of things. I get bored easily. I called myself a Sagittarius, and I've been using that as an excuse. But that's not what it is. It's something on the inside of me that needs some hard work. There's something that I need to do different. There's a decision that I have to make. I got to get sick and tired of myself. And I've gotten to a point where I'm sick and tired of starting and stopping and starting over and aborting. And as I said, the spirit of Moloch, calling it out, calling it what it is, being very detailed and specific with my own thoughts. I'm excited to understand that many of us are in this same position. We get excited in the beginning, like a new relationship. And then just out of nowhere, we quit. And you got to look at your whole life to see where you're quitting at in a relationship, in your finances, in your business. Because typically what is on the inside of us is going to come out. If you squeeze an apple juice is going to come out. So what's laying dormant, what's on the inside of you, comes out of you in different situations. If you're not careful, it will take over and become cancerous. And so as I've been working on myself, as I've been doing the detox myself personally, I've come to realize that I am super excited about the growth in myself, being able to be honest with myself. One of the biggest problems that I found with myself is not being honest with me. one thing for you to go out and lie to everybody else. But when you get to a space where you begin to lie to yourself, then the lying has gone to a different level. It's become personal. And so I've gotten to a space where I've begun to, one, write lists every single day. I make my list of things that I need to complete. But I don't make lists, though I have to cook, take a shower. Those are things that you're going to do anyway. I begin to push myself and make lists of things that are a little tougher for me to accomplish if I don't put work in. The second thing is realizing that if I don't get up and do it, nobody will do it for me. The third thing I realized is that God is not going to make me do anything I don't want to do. He's a gentleman. So he's not going to force me to get up and change my situation, but he has made it available to me for me to get up every single day that he wakes me up to make the necessary changes that I see fit. Not just for me, for my legacy, for my boys. It's very important that I realize that I'm not just here for myself. I'm here purposely to do great things so that I can pass the torch to those behind me. And the fourth thing I realized is that I needed to love myself enough not to settle for less than God's best. When I began to realize that I was settling, I started to vibrate low, and I started thinking, hey, these people got me vibrating low. And then I had to tell myself, no, you have you vibrating low. Because when you understand who you are, whose you are, and your capabilities, there are certain things that you won't even accept. There are certain things that you don't want to be around. There are certain excuses that you won't even make. And when you begin to love yourself differently, your mindset shifts. And that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for every person who will watch this Metox podcast to understand that your mindset has to shift from minimal. A lot of us are living minimal because that's all we've ever seen. Someone asked me a question the other day. Why are people so adamant about not breaking the law? But they're not adamant about not sinning. They said it's because they've seen prison. They've heard people experience and go to prison, but they never met anybody say, I went to hell and came back. And so you have to make sound decisions for yourself. What are you believing for yourself? I've seen myself fail on a major level before. I've seen setbacks come on a major level before. And I can say this, and I have one person, I got many, but one person I can stand to trust if I need him, and that's my dad. And in this season of my life, God won't even allow me to call on him because I'm having to get it out of the mud on my own. And sometimes people become a handicap to you. People begin to bail you out over and over again, and you begin to get comfortable in the bailout. And this season is me and God, and I'm trusting him in this Metox process to help me grow, to help me move to the next level, and help me to understand that everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything, attached to me will win. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Share it. Tell somebody else that they need a Metox. There's a journal included in this. It'll allow you at the end to burn the old things so the new things will live. This is a season where things are blooming. So you begin to bloom in your season because there's a time and a season for everything. And this is your season. It's your girl, Mel B. Thanks for supporting. Hey, let me tell you, go ahead and who is Mel B on Instagram. Go follow me, support me. Follow me on TikTok, Mel Bowers, and understand that we have some great things launching. We have the Metox Personal Life Detox journal book coming out in 1 month. 1 month, you can get the actual journal. You can actually start the process. You can support your life-changing experience through you doing a Metox for your better for 2023. Thank you.